Now, let's face it, nobody wants to go to yet another meeting. But my clients who commit to doing daily team huddles rave about the benefits of them, as do so many great companies who practice daily team huddles. Team huddles every day can serve as a fabulous touch point, a check-in point with everyone, so everyone feels like they're part of one team. They can be a really effective way to update people on timely information, to remind people of important messages, and they can be a great way to reduce, according to all my clients who do them, the number of emails people send throughout the day. So I strongly urge you to do them. At the end of this video, I'm going to share some best practices on how to run a daily team huddle. But for now, let's look at some of the different ways that different companies are using huddles with great benefits. Four Seasons Hotels and Resorts has legendary daily team huddles that they call glitch meetings, where the VPs talk about any glitches that happened the day before and what they can do to make things right with their customers by cross-sharing ideas. And they talk about ways that they can wow their returning, repeat, long-term customers with really spectacular customer service moments. Nurses Next Door holds 2 daily team huddles, one in the morning, 7 minutes long, where they share goals, any issues and updates and stats. And then in the afternoon, they do another huddle where they just review how the day went. The IT company Citizen holds very fast-paced daily team huddles where everybody has to share their top priorities for the day in about 8 to 15 seconds, and they find that they reduce the number of emails through those daily team huddles, and they find that everybody recommits to their priorities. It helps them focus on what the most important stuff is that they should be working on that day. Ritz-Carlton Hotels holds daily team huddles called the Daily Lineup, where they talk about ways people are living up to their gold standards. So somebody will share something they observed or something they did that met their practice of achieving that gold standard of customer service. And they share important information that the team needs to hear, and they use these team huddles, these daily lineups, to recognize employees, sometimes from a leader, but just as often from a frontline employee who will recognize another fellow frontline employee for something fabulous they did. The IT company Menlo Innovations holds a 15-minute daily team huddle with 50 of their employees where they talk about what they're working on for the day, any challenges, and any important social news. And to reinforce their culture of working in partnerships and working in teams on everything, when you are sharing your update, you have to hold a Viking helmet. Not an actual Viking helmet, because I don't think they actually existed, but one of those, fake cheesy Viking helmets with the 2 horns. They have to hold onto the horn because that Viking helmet symbolizes the 2 horns working in partnership, so the other person has to hold the other half of the helmet. Or if they're doing a team project, everybody has to touch the helmet as one person speaks about their project. And finally, 1-800-GOT-JUNK holds daily huddles involving, get this, up to 200 employees. They're motivational and operational in focus. They're 7-minute huddles built in a room specifically designed for their huddles. That's just how much of a priority they place on their huddles. The huddles are led on a rotating basis by trained huddle masters. They begin each huddle with a good news item. They announce 3 critical operation numbers, review one department's activities, identify one thing the company could be doing better, and end every huddle by giving a positive shout out to one employee. The huddles help everyone stay informed, and they really help to strengthen the culture at 1-800-GOT-JUNK. So here's a few guidelines to make sure your huddles are very effective and efficient. Number 1, no chairs allowed, otherwise it turns into a meeting. Number 2, meet at the same place and same time every day, regardless of who can show up. Of course, you want to encourage everybody to show up. In fact, I would make it mandatory for people to show up. But if people are away, people are working out of the office that day, hold them regardless of who's there, because you want to turn this into a habit. Number 3, short and sweet. These are huddles. Now, some of them go up to 15 minutes, as I talked about earlier, but most of the team huddles that I've seen in organizations are anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. 7 minutes seems to be a very common number. Nurses next door, and here's another little tip, they start at an unusual time. So they start their morning huddle at 10:54 to send the message that we have this down to a science. It is 7 minutes long, not 6, not 8. We start at 10:54, so we're going to start on time and end 7 minutes later. And then number 4, have a set framework or agenda that works for you. You need to decide the purpose of your daily team huddle and then create a very simple agenda that's going to work to achieve those goals. Vern Harnish in the book Scaling Up suggests a very simple framework for daily team huddles with just 3 agenda items. Number 1, what's up, where everybody just shares what they're working on that day. The key is to be detailed enough so it's useful for everybody on your team, but not so detailed that it's going to take everybody half an hour to get there. We don't need a blow-by-blow account of every 10 minutes on your day timer, on your agenda, just the highlights of what's important so that people can find out if there's any cross agendas or any missed opportunities. Second item on the agenda, he suggests, is the daily metrics. Whatever it is you measure, whatever it is you track progress on your team, in your organization, share those numbers. And then number 3, what are you stuck on? And have everybody share something they're just stuck on at work. And he suggests that it's really important to share those, even if it's something that people know that they can't get solved from the rest of their teammates there. It's important still to share that. And don't turn it into a brainstorming session because it's a daily team huddle. This is not the time or place to resolve those problems, but to just share what it is that you are stuck on, to raise awareness, to just articulate that. Very simple framework. You need to choose one that is going to work for you and stick to it. And although I urge you to do daily team huddles, some of my clients who haven't been able to work them out to do them every day, they do at the very least, at my urging, bookend huddles is what I call them. One on Monday morning to kick off the week with an inspiring huddle to talk about the priorities to get everybody ramped up. And then Friday afternoon, another huddle where they review how the week went and everybody shares their top 3 wins. I love that idea. Or some of my clients do midweek hump day huddles on Wednesday morning to sort of re-energize folks halfway through the week to get them through to the end of the week. But if you can commit to daily team huddles, they really are an effective, efficient communication tool that you should be using in your workplace to ramp up your culture. And now, in the last video in this module, let's turn our attention to what you can do to make sure your meetings aren't sucking the life out of people, but that they are inspiring, creative, effective, efficient, and fun places to gather.
Let's energize your workplace. Mike's here for some serious fun.